Hey moviegoers, Dimitri Panos here with another episode of the Cinescope, movies under a new lens. In this episode, I'll be putting the movie Longlegs under the Cinescope. Longlegs could very well be this year's best horror movie, with a creep factor that builds up throughout the entire movie to an excellent third act twist. Longlegs will stay with you long after the end credits and follow you home. FYI, if you're watching this review before watching the movie Longlegs, beware. There may be spoilers, or what you consider spoilers, ahead. I promise not to give away the twist, but a plot point or two factor heavily into this review. You've been warned. Written and directed by Perkins, Longlegs tells the story of wet behind the ears FBI agent Lee Harker. She's introduced at the very beginning of the movie. It's the early 70s on the eve of what will be Lee's 9th birthday. On that day, she meets a stranger. The scene is filmed in a 4:3 aspect ratio, giving the film a 70s home movie vibe. The audience, from Lee's point of view, can hear the stranger's staccato sing-songy voice, but can only see up to the character's chin. He states to the almost birthday girl he's from the church and they've selected her to receive a special birthday gift. Lee's mother intercepts and tells the stranger to leave. The movie then jumps to 1993. Lee's first case, capture a murderer. She and her partner ride out to the suburbs. Lee's intuition guides her to a specific house. Events kind of go sideways, yet yields its intended goal. Lee stops the killer. This nabs the attention of her boss, Agent Carter. To the chagrin of other agents who believe Harker isn't ready for the task, he assigns her to the Longlegs case that has stymied the Bureau for decades. It's a series of murders with the same pattern. Father kills wife and child, then himself. The only connection is a letter left at each house. A letter written in cryptic code, but all signed by Longlegs. With no fingerprints, no physical evidence, no trace whatsoever of anyone but the family in the house, Harker has only her wits and an unproven track record to catch a serial killer. Longlegs will take her on a dark journey of self-discovery, even though she may not like what she sees. Writer-director Perkins has horror in his blood, literally and figuratively. His father, Anthony Perkins, most renowned as Norman Bates, he also directed a horror movie or two. Well, you can see Oz is inspired by many famed horror suspense directors, yet what he constructs is all his own. Perkins builds sinister suspense and dread that seeps into your head. Comparisons can easily be made to movies such as Silence of the Lambs, Seven, and Zodiac. Perkins expects the audience to recognize this because it actually helps him build his unique, nightmarish world. Then there's director of photography, Andres Aroches. His lens perfectly captures Perkins' vision and tone with grays that drip with gloomy, wet, and misty isolation. It reflects Harker as a character, alone, fear, sadness, with something hidden in the fog of her psyche. Much is being said of Nicolas Cage's performance as Longlegs. Look, it's very good. The high pitch of his voice reverberates in your ears. His movements erratic yet purposeful, purport weird and disturbed and disturbing. But the movie belongs to Maika Monroe. Lee Harker always seems uncomfortable, especially around other people. Monroe plays this skillfully. She doesn't come off as a savant, more like, why am I able to do this? Blair Underwood is Harker's superior. Agent Carter proves that which is lacking in Harker: humanity. Underwood layers Carter as an agent who has seen a lot, yet holds on to compassion and consideration. Also very notable is Alicia Witt as Harker's mother, Ruth. Witt wins the Piper Laurie Award of Cinematic Acting. There is many a scene where Witt's performance resembles that of Laurie's Academy Award nominated role as Carrie White's mother. When Witt's Ruth says to Lee something to the effect of, "Remember to read the Bible to keep Satan away," it sends a chill down the spine. For a horror fan, there's a lot to love in Longlegs. However, there are at least two aspects of the movie that keep my giving it the high five. One of those you may not expect. First, from a story issue, there's a glaring hole in the plotting. Possible spoiler here. During the investigation of the Longlegs murderers, it's learned that aside from a letter left by the killer, each of the families also share a strange coincidence. Each have a daughter whose birthday falls on the 14th day of the month. There's a point in the movie, Agent Carter invites Harker to meet his wife and daughter, Ruby. Ruby invites Harker to her birthday party. And wouldn't you know what day of the month her birthday falls on? With Lee Harker's intuition, which borders on psychic, and Carter, a seasoned agent, both fail to connect as big as a moon dot, especially Ruby's dad, Agent Carter makes 16 candles that much more believable. The other detractor? Marketing. Now, to be fair, Neon's marketing of Longlegs has, for the most part, been spot on. It reaches its core audience of suspense, thriller, and horror fans with intrigue and a want-to-see factor. They've purposely hidden the face of the killer, and this is their double-edged sword in which they fall on. My take is, if you're spending so much time and effort hiding the face of your killer, which, by the way, most everyone at this point knows is played by Nicolas Cage, well, you're setting the moviegoer up to see something shocking, maybe even hideous. Spoiler alert again. First off, the movie doesn't go out of its way to hide his face. In fact, you see it pretty early on, and to me, it's not that hideous. It's not that shocking. Creepy, yes. But I expect it to be aghast, similar to when Lon Chaney's Phantom of the Opera's mask is pulled off. I can say with certainty, not only did I not shriek, neither did anyone else in the movie theater. I get the marketing behind it, but just make sure that image delivers instead of having the likes of me say, that's it. Well, with that said, Longlegs will get my 4 fingers of it is very good. The movie never overstays its welcome. Longlegs prowls in and stays with you much longer than its 101-minute runtime. While you may have paid for the ticket, Longlegs will stay in your head rent-free, as a good horror movie is what you want it to do. And that's creepy. Well, I do appreciate you tuning into this episode. Please let me know what you thought of Longlegs. Please, you can do so in the comments, which I leave open for you. And also, if you like this review, I have plenty others. Would you be so kind? Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I already appreciate you for watching. Thanks. I'll have more movie reviews to put under the Cinescope in the days and weeks ahead. In the meantime, see you at the movies.